What is up, SmackNPie? SmackNPie here. Welcome back to a quick Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach update video. It just happened a few minutes ago. Cawthon on Reddit officially not just explained the release date situation, but also confirmed another release date. So let's just go through it for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. This all happened when Steelwood Studios' PR team talked about the release date, and there were some fan confusions regarding 2020 or 2021 release date. We all knew here at SmackNPie that it's gonna be 2021, but it was never confirmed from Steelwood Studios or Cawthon until now. Cawthon on Reddit said, quote, Security Breach release date. Hey everyone, I'm here to talk about the release date for Security Breach. There has been some confusion about it since I listed 2020 as the release year on the first teaser, which was art. But now that's obviously looking less likely. Now, I'm not going to insult anyone's intelligence here by coming up with some lame analogy to explain what happened, so I'll just talk straight with you. So it's like I wanted to bake this cake, right? And Steelwood was like, hey, we can bake that cake. And I was like, it needs to be baked by Christmas. And they were like, we can bake it by Christmas. But then I checked the oven like last month and said, hey Steelwood, this cake is like 3 times bigger than it was supposed to be. And they were like, yeah, it's gonna be great. And I was like, yeah, but it's not going to be baked by Christmas. It's still gooey in middle. So we had to make the choice. Should we trim the cake and make it smaller for Christmas, or should we let the cake keep baking for a few more months? Leave it as a 3-tier cake and add frosting, ice cream, and sprinkles? We discussed and decided to let the cake keep baking. But hey, in all seriousness, I'm sorry that it's not ready as soon as I planned. These conversations did happen sort of. When I got the first alpha, I actually did complain about the fact that the game was huge and I didn't see any way it could get finished on time. It is a huge and ambitious game, and with the added complications of everyone working from home this year, it wasn't going to be ready in time for Christmas without cutting content. But I wasn't willing to do that because it all looked amazing. Wait till you see Montgomery Gator's golf course. Ooh. Finally, as it stands now, 2021. It'll be worth the wait, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, this one is big. Early 2021, not late 2021. So there you go. The first 3 to 4 months is what we're looking at for Security Breach. That is a release date which we already kind of sort of knew, since we know it is coming out for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 console exclusive, because if it had been slated for 2020, Sony and PlayStation would have been talking about it and would have listed it as a launch title, but they didn't, which means they knew, and Steelwood knew, that it's gonna be around 2021. One thing I will say, that how much Cawthon is trusting Steelwood Studios on this next game. It is a canon game, it is a big game, and he's trusting them big time. So now we put faith in Steelwood Studios. The franchise is finally growing, ladies and gentlemen. Out of Cawthon is going much bigger, with Blumhouse working on FNAF movie. That unfortunately got delayed. We'll talk about it someday. A low mix with FNAF AR, probably the best AR experience you can have on phone, and with Steelwood Studios project and Mad Pets next month. Five Nights at Freddy's, they somehow find a way to keep it relevant and make it even more interesting and better than ever. But I would leave you to it. Early 2021, it is happening. Security Breach, your boy is gonna be playing on that PlayStation 5. Subscribe right now for more Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach and Five Nights at Freddy's videos in general. Help me get to 45k, and I'll see you boys on the flippin' side.